Welcome. It's Domain Dave from CheapWineFinder.com again with another wine review and a little bit talking about sparkling wine today. We're starting off the holiday bubbly a little early. What do we have here? We have Freixenet Cordon Negro Cava-Everyday from the Alpes in Spain. It's just on the other side of Barcelona. It's in the Catalan region. It's a little bit different than the rest of Spain there, and they've been making bubbly there for about 120 years. Freixenet has been making it there for about a century. Champagne's been making bubbly since like the 1500s, and Lemieux and where is Lemieux? I forget where, but they've been making it since the 1400s. So Prosecco's since the late 1800s too. So they're all in good company. And this is Freixenet's. Says they're the number one imported sparkling wine in the world. I don't know. Kind of believe them. This is made in the traditional method. Cava is made the same way as champagne, where they ferment the wine the first time through. With these non-vintage wines, after they ferment it, they blend it with different years, different vintages, and then they put it in a bottle and they add some sugar and some yeast, and they walk away for 18 months, though they say a range of 12 to 18 months. And champagne, the minimum is 18 months, and that gives you a really long time for the bubbles and the wine to all come together and be luscious and good like we know bubbly can be. Prosecco is made in the Champagne method, just to give everybody just a little primer on that. And the Champagne method is they ferment the wine, usually they're non-vintage too, usually. And they blend the different years together, and they pour it in these humongous pressurized vats, autoclaves, the same thing that they make on a larger scale, that they sterilize tattoo needles and surgical supplies. And that lasts for a couple of months, and all that pressure puts all the bubbles into the wine, and out comes Prosecco. So it's a more modern way of making bubbly than this traditional method that Cava and Champagne do, but, and I like them both. I'm going to take another sip. Freixenet has been doing it for a century, like I said, and they have their own yeast to start special yeast to start the fermentations. And they use those 3 grapes that they use for Cava. You do occasionally find somebody using Chardonnay, which is, in Champagne, the grapes are Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier. And I'm pouring myself a little bit more here. And in the the Cava region, they use Perlada, Macabeo, and Exarlo. Now, these are Catalonian and maybe even Basque grapes. So I might have butchered the pronunciation of all of them. But unless you're talking to someone from Catalonia, they're not going to know. So we're good on that. I like this. It's sometimes inexpensive. Like I paid $8.99 for this bottle of Cava. Can get a little acidic. It can be it'll bite a little bit. And this actually is really balanced, and it's sleek and it's clean, and the flavors are subtle, but that's what you want in a bubbly. You don't really want it to be rich and juicy, because that's not the style we're going for here. And the Freixenet Cordon Bleu. Cordon Bleu means black lanyard or black string or black cord, and Freixenet means a grove of trees. So there you go. They all sound like weird words, but when you find out what they are, they're all pretty plain and ordinary. Sounds better in a different language. So this is really tasty bubbles. You know, for a fourth of the price of at $9, you know, 4 bottles is $36. That gets you entry-level Moet. You know, and I like entry-level Moet. I'm not saying that's not a very, very good thing, but for a party, you know, your party will go a lot longer with Freixenet than Moet. Everyday Barcelona Bubbles. That's what we have here. It tastes great. And it really does. It's got, if you sit and think about what the flavors are, this nice, balanced, clean flavors. And if you're just sipping it to have fun, it's got that kind of acidity that makes you want to take another sip. So it's a nice job for a inexpensive bubbly. I mean, I always thought that, I always said that the number one, you know, section of value-priced wine is sparkling wine, because everybody is going to pay big money, pays big money for champagne, so everybody else is kind of fighting for the more value-priced, and that's where you go. And this is a really good cava. If this is our first cava for the 2021 holiday season, we're starting off well. So that's it for me, Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. Like us where you like your podcasts, and thank you for listening. We appreciate it. And stay warm and have fun trick-or-treating. And what else are we doing here? That's it. So adios. Stay safe. And I'll talk to everybody in a couple days. Bye-bye.